Hello, I'm Leslie Burton, and I'd like to ask you, have you ever had a really a really great meditation or maybe an Akashic journey, and you've received something that felt really meaningful, and then a second later, your mind has leapt in and said, am I making this up? Is it real? If that's you, and I seem to have said this a few times, if that's new, you're not broken. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're discerning. Your brain is trying to decide, is this true? Is it not? Your ego's leapt in and it's like, no, that couldn't have possibly happened, really. So today I'm going to go through a grounded way that you can tell the difference between true guidance, intuition, and just plain old anxiety where the ego leaps in and denies it all without overthinking yourself into a spiral with all this. So, a first quick note then. Um, these aren't all totally separate boxes. They don't box themselves away like this is this one, this is this one, this is this one. It's a little bit different to that. They sort of overlap a little, but understanding the flavor maybe. So the flavor of each will help you to build trust in your own inner guidance. And that's what we're really doing here. It's like, how do you trust yourself? How do you know when to trust yourself? It's not trying to be perfect. We all get it wrong from time to time. And actually, getting it wrong sometimes is part of our learning curve. It just means that you're building a relationship with your own knowing, okay? And you start to recognize the signs and the feelings in your body and how to recognize the three different things. So let's start with intuition then. So what is intuition really? Intuition is like it's your inner guidance system. I often say it's my guides that are showing me the way, but whether you want to call it intuitional guides is entirely up to you. And it often comes in quite fast, simple, and definitely in the present moment. Yeah, so it pops in. It can show up as a clear yes or a clear no. Should I do this? Oh, no, I shouldn't. Um, Maybe it's a gut feeling for you. It's just, I'm not really sure that I should be doing this. I once stepped into an elevator with the maintenance man who had the elevator key in his pocket. And as I stepped in, I thought, do you know, I don't think this is a good idea, really. But completely ignored that. And for the next hour, I was stuck in the lift with the guy that could fix it. And not only that, but he had the key to be able to open it up so it could be fixed. So imagine why didn't I follow my guidance at that point? Anyway, that's just a funny one to show you. So it could be that gut feeling. It could be just be a little quiet nudge, like, I'm just not sure about this. Maybe a sense of expansion or contraction, of course, in the body. It's like, whoa, that feels fantastic. Or, I don't think I really want to do that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Or a calm, steady knowing that doesn't need lots of evidence. It's just like, yeah, I think I'm just going to go with this. Intuition tends to be very personal and it's very practical. Okay, it's often about your next step. So it's often about, were you thinking to yourself, oh, what should I do now? Where do I want to go from here? How can I make this work? And all of a sudden, it pops into your head. So, what about the Akashic Records then? So, the Akashic Records are like a deeper field of soul wisdom. So, it's like your personal guides, but there's more. Okay, it's a space where you can receive insight about any repeating patterns that are happening to you, maybe about themes that carry on through your life, lessons that you feel you have been shown, shall we say. Enough said about that one, I think. And the bigger picture of what your soul is exploring. So it's great to go into the records with a specific, very specific question and find out lots of information around it. Are the soul contracts that need clearing? Has it come from this lifetime? Has it come from previous lifetimes? All that type of thing you can ask and find answers to in the records. And here's the thing, you won't get anything, they won't tell you anything that they don't want you to know. Okay, if they don't think it's for your highest good and healing, you will not know the answer to the question, or they'll be very vague about it. Okay, so that's how it works. So the records can have a slightly different feel. They can be sorry, they can feel much more expansive, more open, um, more threaded together. They connect dots along a long time. Okay, so one of my favorite ways to go in with the question is to do it with, we go in 4 times, and the first one is like we look at a past life that is affecting you, a childhood memory that is affecting you, present moment that is affecting you, and then future possibilities if this was not affecting you. Okay, and what can you ask of your future self that is not living in that moment? So that is a great way, and that just connects all the dots because it's amazing how you can have no idea that something that is happening to you is connected to the question. And it's like, and as soon as you know, it's like, oh, why did I not think of that? So it feels much more threaded, connecting those dots. Sometimes there's a language that comes through that makes you feel wiser than your everyday mind. It's just like, how did I know that? Where has that come from? Yeah, so in the Akashic Records, that's the type of thing that you can get. And they often carry a sense of compassion, perspective, um, and meaning as well for you. It's less like a quick nudge that your intuition will give you, and more like being shown why, the real why underneath everything. Why is this happening? Oh, that's it. Um, so here's a grounded way that you can tell the difference, and I call it the maybe the flavor test would be a good word for it. So intuition often feels like it's simple, it's immediate, it's body led. Ah, this is the next step. Don't go there. Send the message or rest today, whichever one of those it might be. It's that sort of, yeah, I just know what I'm supposed to do. Akashic guidance, on the other hand, feels more like it's open, it's spacious, there's more to it. It's compassionate about this work might be a good idea. We want to hold you in it. It might be a big leap for you. Are you ready for it at the moment? Is it something to look at later on? It's pattern revealing. Okay, what are the patterns behind it? What are you doing that are stopping you moving forward? It's here's what this is here for. This is why this happened. This is what it's teaching you. It's a theme that you're moving through at the moment. So why is this happening? That's because X, Y, and Z. Here's what sorry, here's what your soul is ready to release right now. And they help you then to release that. Um, and of course, both intuition and Akashic guidance can be true at the same time, because why wouldn't they be? You might receive Akashic insight about a pattern, and then the intuition will give you the next practical step to take. Okay. So they work together because they're all your guides. They are all your guides. They just work in a slightly different way. So now let's talk about the one that everyone gets. Am I making this up? And here's my grounded answer, shall we say. Your mind will always be involved. We have been taught to listen to our mind, to our brain, all our life. It is not gonna just give up. And it will get involved anyway. And sometimes that can be a good thing. Um, because your mind is like the translator. So it has to be there, it has to switch on. The goal isn't to remove your mind from this. The goal is to use your mind in a way that is right for you. So the goal is to notice the quality, shall we say. That's a great that I think that's a great way to explain it. What is the quality of what comes through? So a few signs, it's not just mental noise then. So what with it? It feels very calm, very calm within your body. Your body's like, yeah, okay, I get that. It's not frantic, like, oh my God, I've got to do that. Oh my God. It's kind. It's not shaming you. Okay, your mind will try to shame you into doing into following something because it's your mind is getting there. It's your body is tries to protect you. It tells your mind what to do. Okay, so if this is something that you need to work through, your mind is trying to overrule it. So it will not shame you. Your intuition will not shame you. It loves you. Your guides love you. It brings clarity. It brings clarity. It's that aha. Oh, why did I not think of that? It won't bring confusion. If it all feels like, oh, I'm not really sure. How do I, what? It won't do that. And it's simple enough to act on. Okay, you can do it now. You can ask if you're in the Akashic Records, you can ask questions around it so that you know exactly what you're supposed to do. If the intuition comes in, it's just simple. Um, so it's simple enough for you to act on in the time. And it leaves you feeling more like yourself. Oh, yeah. Do you know, I've always fancied doing that. Do you know, I've always wanted to do that. Oh, I wanted to look, I'd looked at that when I was a child. Yeah, it leaves you feeling more like yourself, not less. Oh, I'm not sure about that. And if you want, if what you receive feels fear-based, urgent, or spirally, like, oh, it's usually not guidance, it's anxiety. And sometimes the two can be mixed. So what you need to do is release the anxiety and listen to the answer. Yeah, because sometimes something can spiral you, can bring in anxiety. Um, and it's knowing when to do that. So listening to the anxiety. Why has this come up for me now? Is this because I need to release a block so I can move on? Yeah. So, but if it is, the intuition will pop in. So filling into that anxiety is then key. So here are three quick, simple tools that you can use because I've chatted away here today, haven't I? So three quick tools you can use. You can use the body check. Does this feel like expansion, softening, relief, or is it tightness and pressure? You could use the time check. True guidance holds up over time. So if you're like, oh, I got a yes. I wasn't expecting that one, I'm not sure. Why not leave it till the next day and then ask again? And if you get a yes again, you can check the next day. Yeah. Because if it is right for you, it's gonna happen. Yeah. And putting it off, we have, as humans, we have free will. Just because you get a yes to something doesn't mean you have to do it, and it doesn't mean you have to do it at that particular moment. Okay, and that is a key thing there. So the time check, does it hold up over time? If you revisit it tomorrow, does it still feel true? Okay. You can also do the kindness check. So guidance is firm sometimes, but it's rarely cruel. Okay. So does this feel kind or does it feel really harsh, and not right? So just pause, ground yourself, and check in again. Is this really what I should be doing? Or is this me feeling like I need to do this or I should do this? Okay. Is it about the boundaries? If you'd like some support, building trust in your own guidance, um, and of course, experiencing the Akashic journeys in a grounded, gentle space, please do come and join Patrice and I in our multidimensional circle membership. Each month we gather for a live channeled journey activation, light language, and channeling from different guides. And at the end, we have space for questions and reflections. You also get the replay. So you can revisit the experience and notice what lands over time, which is really good, because actually you can go back over and over again on the same journey and get different results every time because it will work on what you need in that particular moment. I will pop the details below. You get access to all the other recordings that we have done as well as other short meditations and journeys that are in there. And if you're someone who tends to doubt what you receive at first, as we've just been talking about here, the replay can be such a gift. It can be such a gift because you can come back to it later on. If you are like, I doubt that, you come back to, is it giving you the same information? Yeah, or is it giving you very similar information and saying, I need to act on this? And you can feel what's true into your body because once you start to look into the way that this happens, you will start to recognize what the way it feels in your body. Okay, so this is just a starter to start you recognizing those things. So thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Leslie Burton, and I look forward to seeing you again. And please do hit the subscribe and like button if you have enjoyed this video. It really means the world to me.